I suppose I could set it up for you. That would save you some money. You get the forms, I'll prepare them for you. Nearly free of charge. I'd only ask 3 beers apiece for each of my co-workers.
Co-workers, get him. That's rich, ain't it?
I think a man working outdoors feels more like a man if you can have a bottle of suds. It's only my opinion. Sir.
What are you Jimmy staring at? Back to work!
Let's go, work!
Have you ever tried to get on someone's good side? Perhaps to stay out of trouble or win a little reward? In today's scene from the Shawshank Redemption, Andy Dufresne finds himself in a tense situation. Surrounded by tough guards, he has to think fast, and his charm, wit, and strategic thinking help him to do just that. What he does could be seen as a clever way to curry favor, a phrase or an idiom that sounds a bit strange but has a fascinating history and is still used very much today. Let's dive into this powerful scene from the Shawshank Redemption and unpack what it really means to curry favor and why Andy's move is such a bold one.
And that's how it came to pass, that on the second to last day of the job, the convict crew that tarred the plate factory roof in the spring of '49 wound up sitting in a row at 10 o'clock in the morning, drinking icy cold Bohemia-Style Beer, courtesy of the hardest screw that ever walked a turn at Shawshank State Prison.
Drink up while it's cold, ladies.
The Colossal Prick even managed to sound magnanimous. We sat and drank with the sun on our shoulders and felt like free men. Hell, we could have been tarring the roof of one of our own houses. We were the lords of all creation. As for Andy, he spent that break hunkered in the shade, a strange little smile on his face, watching us drink his beer.
Hey. Want a cold one, Andy?
No, thanks. Gave up drinking.
You could argue he'd done it to curry favor with the guards, or maybe make a few friends among us cons. Me, I think he did it just to feel normal again, if only for a short while.
Andy just took a bold and daring risk, offering financial advice to the head of the guards in exchange for beers that his fellow inmates could enjoy. This moment perfectly captures the idea of currying favor, trying to win someone's approval, often by doing something helpful or flattering. But where does this odd-sounding phrase come from, and how do native speakers actually use it? Let's break it down along with a bunch of other great expressions and vocab from this unforgettable scene.
And that's how it came to pass, that on the second to last day of the job,
The phrase came to pass is an old-fashioned way to say happened or occurred. It's often used in storytelling or formal speech. It's also commonly found in older literature, religious texts, and dramatic storytelling. Today, most people say happened instead. For example, and so it came to pass that the kingdom fell into ruin. Or, it came to pass that after months of waiting, she finally got the job.
And that's how it came to pass, that on the second to last day of the job, the convict crew that tarred the plate factory roof in the spring of '49.
A convict crew refers to a group of prisoners working together on a labor project. In the Shawshank Redemption, the convict crew is assigned to tar the prison roof as part of their punishment. In history, convict crews were used for hard labor like building roads or breaking rocks. To tar something means to cover it with tar, a thick, black, sticky substance used to waterproof surfaces. Tarring was a common method used to protect roofs, roads, and wooden ships from water damage. They tarred the road to make it smooth and durable.
The convict crew that tarred the plate factory roof in the spring of '49.
This phrase refers to the roof of a factory that makes license plates for cars. In Shawshank, prisoners are working on this roof as part of their punishment. Did you know? License plates in many countries are made in prisons.
Wound up sitting in a row at 10 o'clock in the morning, drinking icy cold Bohemia-Style Beer.
The phrase wound up means ended up or found oneself in a situation. It's often used when the result was unexpected. After traveling for hours, we wound up at a tiny cafe in the middle of nowhere. He started his career as a waiter, but wound up owning a restaurant. Bohemia-Style Beer refers to a European-style beer likely inspired by Bohemia, a region in the Czech Republic known for strong, high-quality beers. In Shawshank, prisoners are given cold beers as a rare treat. They enjoyed a glass of Bohemia-style beer after a long day of work. Bohemia is famous for its traditional beer brewing methods.
Courtesy of the hardest screw that ever walked a turn at Shawshank State Prison.
The phrase courtesy of means provided by or thanks to. It's often used in formal speech, announcements, or humorously when receiving something unexpectedly. The free drinks were courtesy of the hotel. We have electricity tonight, courtesy of our hard-working repair crew. In prison slang, a screw is a prison guard. It's an informal and sometimes negative way to refer to someone who works in a prison, especially one who is strict or disliked by prisoners. This word has been used in British and American prisons for many years. For example, the new screw doesn't let anyone break the rules.
Courtesy of the hardest screw that ever walked a turn at Shawshank State Prison.
To walk a turn means to patrol a prison during a shift. This is an old-fashioned prison slang for a guard doing his rounds. The warden walked a turn before heading home for the night. The hardest screw walked a turn, making sure everyone was locked up tight.
Drink up while it's cold, ladies.
The Colossal Prick even managed to sound magnanimous.
A colossal prick is a very mean, arrogant, or unpleasant person. It's an insult and is not polite. Don't use it in formal situations or around people you don't know well. Colossal means very, very big. So when you say someone is a colossal prick, you're saying they're not just a jerk, they're a huge one. That boss is a colossal prick. He treats everyone like dirt. Even when he did something nice, he still acted like a colossal prick. The word prick is a rude way to call someone mean or selfish. It's common in movies and shows, but be careful using it yourself. It can offend people.
Glad he's on our team.
You don't need it. The little prick's gonna fucking score from there.
Drink up while it's cold, ladies.
The Colossal Prick even managed to sound magnanimous.
The word magnanimous means generous, noble, or forgiving, especially towards someone who doesn't really deserve it. It's often used when a person is kind, even in difficult situations. Even after losing, she was magnanimous and congratulated the winner. The judge was magnanimous, reducing his sentence because he showed remorse.
We sat and drank with the sun on our shoulders and felt like free men. Hell, we could have been tarring the roof of one of our own houses. We were the lords of all creation.
The phrase lord of all creation is a figurative way of saying someone feels powerful, important, or on top of the world. It's used to describe a moment of pride, confidence, or freedom. After winning the championship, he felt like the Lord of all creation. Sitting on that rooftop with a beer, we felt like the lords of all creation.
As for Andy, he spent that break hunkered in the shade.
To hunker means to sit low, crouch, or take cover. It's often used when someone sits in a defensive position or hides away. The soldiers hunkered down behind the wall during the attack. Andy hunkered in the shade while watching his friends drink beer.
You could argue he'd done it to curry favor with the guards.
The idiom curry favor means to try to get someone's approval by flattering them, often in a way that feels fake or selfish. It's used when someone is clearly being nice just to get something in return. The phrase curry favor comes from an old French story about a horse named Favour. In the story, Favour was not just any horse, he represented greed and corruption. People in the king's court would groom Favour and flatter the king, hoping to get special treatment. They were not being honest, they just wanted power. Over time, the phrase curry Favour became curry favor in English. The horse was forgotten, but the meaning remained, using flattery to gain favor from someone in power. Today, we use curry favor when someone tries too hard to impress someone, not because they truly mean it, but because they want something in return. He brought coffee for the boss every morning to curry favor with him. Politicians often try to curry favor with the public before elections.
Or maybe make a few friends among us cons.
The word cons is slang for convicts, meaning prisoners. It's a common informal term in movies, books, and real-life prisons. The guards kept a close eye on the cons during work duty. Now it's your turn to practice some of these key terms. We've explored the idiom curry favor, learned where it comes from, and looked at how Andy used charm and intelligence to gain an advantage, even in a harsh prison setting. You'll watch the scene again, this time without subtitles, and then take a fun, interactive quiz to test your listening and understanding.
And that's how it came to pass that on the second to last day of the job, the convict crew that tarred the plate factory roof in the spring of '49 wound up sitting in a row at 10 o'clock in the morning, drinking icy cold Bohemia-Style Beer, courtesy of the hardest screw that ever walked a turn at Shawshank State Prison.
Drink up while it's cold, ladies.
The Colossal Prick even managed to sound magnanimous. We sat and drank with the sun on our shoulders and felt like free men. Hell, we could have been tarring the roof of one of our own houses. We were the lords of all creation. As for Andy, he spent that break hunkered in the shade, a strange little smile on his face, watching us drink his beer.
Hey, want a cold one, Andy?
No, thanks. Gave up drinking.
You could argue he'd done it to curry favor with the guards, or maybe make a few friends among us cons. Me, I think he did it just to feel normal again, if only for a short while.
True or false? A magnanimous person is kind and generous even to people who don't deserve it. The answer is true. Someone who is magnanimous shows kindness or forgiveness, especially in situations where they could be angry or petty. What does the word screw mean in this scene? A tool used for building, a harsh insult, a prison guard, a mistake. The answer is C, a prison guard. What does curry favor mean? To cook something special for someone? To win someone's love with kindness? To try to gain someone's approval with flattery or favors? To follow rules carefully? And the answer is C, to try to gain someone's approval with flattery or favors. Listen to the clip.
We were the lords of all creation.
What does this phrase mean? Someone who is very religious, a person who feels powerful and free, a person who owns a lot of land, a royal king or queen. And the answer is B, a person who feels powerful and free. Which of these statements is a lie? Andy shared cold beers with the other prisoners. The guard showed magnanimous behavior. The prisoners worked on a roof that belonged to a plate factory. Curry favor means to punish someone for breaking rules. And the lie is D. Curry favor means to flatter someone to get something, not to punish them. Match the words with their definitions. Hunker, courtesy of, wound up. Given or provided by, to crouch down low or sit in a sheltered way, to end up in a situation. And the correct pairings are hunker, to crouch down low or sit in a sheltered way, courtesy of, given or provided by, wound up, to end up in a situation. Complete the sentence in the comments. He wasn't trying to be nice, he was just trying to curry favor with. Use your own idea to finish the sentence. Could be the boss, the teacher, the warden, or anything. Thanks for watching Hollywood English. If you found this lesson helpful, please hit that button to subscribe to the channel and share it with your friends who are learning English too. We're still growing, and every bit of support helps us bring you more awesome lessons every week. Each episode, we break down real scenes from your favorite movies and shows, helping you read between the lines, talk the talk, and sharpen your ears, so you can understand English the way it's really spoken. So don't just curry favor with your English teacher, earn by keeping up the practice. See you in the next one.